Hey everyone, I have another dock for our M4 Mac Minis. This time I have a dock from Quizlabs. So today what we're going to do is open this up, take a look at it, connect it to our Mac Mini M4 and see how it performs. All right, as we always do, we will start with an unboxing. Let's see what comes in this little box. Let's see, this is called the aluminum stand hub with USB 4 SSD enclosure. Looking a little bit closer at the actual box here, you can see we have the SSD enclosure. We have the 3.5 millimeter audio jack on the, well, I'm not sure. It looks like it might be on the back, which is good. USB-A at 480 megabits per second, and then a durable and sturdy. I'm sure it means that this is durable and sturdy. On the back, let's see, we have some additional information. We have USB-A 2.0 times 2. We have an M.2 NVMe slot. You can see it supports all the various sizes. We do have, again, that 3.5 millimeter audio jack. We have USB-A 2 times 1, and then we have the host, which is a USB 4 at 40 gigabits per second when connected to the computer. That is interesting. We'll check that out. Let's go ahead and open up the box, see what we have inside. While we're opening up the box, I do want to thank the folks over at Quizlabs for sending this over to me at no expense. However, they have not asked me to review this in any way, so we'll be giving this a full review, thorough review, and a truthful review. We'll see if this is any good for your Mac Mini M4. Aluminum stand hub with USB 4 SSD enclosure. All right, pretty standard items in the box here. Looks like we have our actual dock here. Let's take that out. Now this is unique in that it does provide a separation from the Mac and the actual hub itself, allowing you to get underneath there and press your power button, but supposedly this design will help with the Wi-Fi interference that can happen when you have your Mac Mini sitting directly on top of the hub. Now, I mentioned that in my last video with the Mini Sapporo hub. I have not had any problems with Wi-Fi with that particular hub. Some commented that they did, so this hopefully will solve that Wi-Fi connectivity issue. At first glance, I do like these little resistance pads that'll keep your Mac Mini from sliding around. Let's take a look and see what we have here. Here we go. We have the USB ports here. Looks like we have a couple of indicator lights, probably one for power, one for HD activity. All right, we also have a couple of lights here. One says 40 gigabits per second, one says 10 gigabits per second. So we're going to get an indication when we get high speed versus low speed connectivity. Check that out. Pretty nicely made, all aluminum here. Oh, here we go on the back. We have some additional ports here. We have our USB-C to connect to our computer. We have another USB-A, and we have our 3.5 millimeter audio jack. Interestingly, with this particular hub, there are not any additional USB-C ports. I assume that because the Mac Mini M4 comes with several USB-Cs, they decided not to include that. Now, on the bottom, we do have a trap door. And with this trapdoor, that should be where we put in our SSD. Let's see what else we have in the box. Okay, we have a very short USB-C to USB-C cable. We'll see how that works. We also have some pieces, parts and pieces in here. Let's take a look at those. All right, everything you need to install your SSD. We have our screws, our posts. We have some thermal pads. In my previous video, I added the thermal pads, and I had a commenter say that I forgot to remove the plastic from one of the sides, so I wasn't getting full thermal release out of these pads because I still had plastic on one side. I will check that out because I am going to be taking the SSD out of the Mini Sapporo and placing it into here. Now, in the last video, I did have some folks ask about the speed of the SSD when connected, and I did not run any speed tests. For this video, I will run a speed test. The good news is, for those of you who saw my previous video on the Mini Sapporo, you'll see a speed test on that device, and then we'll compare it with the speed test for this hub right here. So you'll finally get that speed test that you asked for. I won't spend a lot of time talking about it. You'll just get a chance to see it and see if there's any difference. All right, we get a couple of screwdrivers, and then finally we get an instruction manual. All right, with everything in place, let me go ahead and grab a Mac Mini, bring it over here, and we'll get her all connected. And we'll also swap out that SSD from my other hub and put it in here. All right, here is the Mac Mini with the previous hub. Let's go ahead and disconnect. Looks like about the same cable there, doesn't it? All right, let's go ahead and take the SSD out of the Mini Soparu. Thankfully, we can just use the same tools that came with our Quizlabs. All right, yes, the commenter was correct. I did not remove the plastic from the cover. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on for now because I am changing from here to here. But good catch to my commenters and my viewer who caught that. Appreciate that. All right, let's get to Quizlabs over here and get the SSD installed. I do like this better than a Mini Soparu because each one of these posts is already pre-installed. Now we know why we need a flathead and a Phillips. This particular post is a flathead. Okay, so again, what I'm doing is I've removed the pad here. I'm going to put this on, and then hopefully that will place that properly here. And then I would remove the other plastic piece so it would seal to the SSD. All right, and there we have it. All right, let's take a look and see how the Mac Mini sits in the dock. That is actually really nice. It sits in there very nicely. It does not move around. It does have a little, you can see it kind of giving up and down there. So you can do doing, give it a little doing if you want to. Not sure you're going to want to do that, but that's not going to cause a problem. You can get to the switch, the on power switch right here, which is nice. That's very good. Actually looks pretty good too. Will provide, I guess, a little more airflow potentially too, since it will lift this up and let it draw air from underneath. So that's kind of nice as well. Not bad. So now what we have is 1, 2, 3 USB-A ports. We'll be using this port to connect, and then we'll have our headphone jack out of the back. I think that's going to work for me. I don't know that I particularly care for 2 USB ports in the front. I think I would have liked to have had maybe all 3 of them in the back. And maybe another in the front. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right. Oh, wait. Let's hook up the cable first while we're here. Easy enough. All right. Now we'll get disconnected over there. Hey, if you really like this content, be sure to go down below and leave a comment. Let me know. If you have questions about this dock, you can also leave those comments. And if you really like this video, hit that little thanks button down there and send a few bucks my way to let me know that you appreciate this content. All right, let's get back to our review of this hub. Okay, this is interesting. The plug that I have will not sit in here because the bracket is holding that off. So this cable for me isn't going to work well, which means I would have to come back to the front with this. So that's kind of not good. If that had been moved over, I think we would have been okay, but I'm going to see if I have some kind of adapter so that I can get this plugged in. All right, well, unfortunately, did not have any kind of adapter, so I would have to get an extender so that it would go in there. So for now, I'm just going to have to plug into the front, which is not the best case scenario. That just looks horrible. So if you do have a 90-degree bracket on your headphones like I have here, just be advised you're going to need some kind of adapter for that. So that's the only problem I've seen so far. All right, now I'm going to fire up the computer and let's see what we get. I do like that I can get to the power switch. Got our light. And if everything works, we should have a drive over here that'll show up that will say video. All right, there it is. Okay, and coming down here, you can see we have our 40 gigabytes per second light flash. It should flash when I have activity on the drive. Let's go ahead and check that out. Let me open up that drive. All right, so we did get that. Okay, so then, here we go. Everything's working. Now, this is the drive I use for video editing on this machine. I do some really light video editing on this particular computer. You can see the mini Soparoo was the last video that was created on this. I'll probably go ahead and do this video and edit this video on this particular machine as well. Okay, let's go ahead and run a test. Now I will be running Blackmagic disk speed test. Now I've already run this on the mini Soparoo, and here are the results of that test. Okay, let's go ahead and load up and check it for the Qwiizlabs. I can already tell that this interface to this SSD is much faster than the mini Soparoo. I do appear to be getting really good speeds. It's double, almost triple in some tests. Check that out. You can see I can work with ProRes at higher resolutions with this particular dock than I could with the mini Soparoo. Very nice. I think for now, I will be keeping this dock underneath my Mac Mini M4 as opposed to the mini Soparoo. So there is one thing that bothers me about this hub. In this hub, I really enjoyed that I had an SD card and micro SD card reader right on the hub. This particular hub does not include those slots, which means that in order to read SD cards, I'm going to need a separate adapter. Not sure I like that. Would really like to have seen them include SD card slots in this particular hub. Other than that, I think that's the only thing, that and the headphone jack in the back not working, just because of the particular headphone jack I had with the 90°. If it's a standard, it's going to be fine. But other than that, those are the only two things that really bother me about this hub. I still love the speed that I'm getting from the SSD. So that's kind of just a few of my thoughts. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you think. By the way, if you're interested in additional items for your Mac, check out this playlist right here where I cover the mini Soparoo and a bunch of other devices that you can pair with your Mac and Apple products. Well, that's it for me for this video. Make sure you leave all those comments down below, subscribe, do all those fun things. See you next time. Retro Combs out.